Hello, Leo. I am Ulrich, a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the Lenormand card reading for the sign of Leo for August 2021. On the table here, you see 9 cards, and we will using these cards for the reading. You can also see 4 objects here, meaning we will do 4 card readings for each astrological sign, and this video here is for the sign of Leo. So you can find all 4 videos for the sign of Leo on my channel for the month of August 2021. Now, for those from these 4 objects you see here, you choose or you pick one that relates best to your personality, or you choose one you feel most comfortable with. The subject of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current situation or to the chosen card laying. Of course, you can watch all 4 Leo videos you find on my channel. And after you watched all 4 videos, you can then decide what symbol or object is fitting your personal card reading or the best. The matches here represent the fire element. The stone represents the earth element. The aerosol sprayer represents the air element. And the shell here represents the water element. So Leo, here we go for your card reading for August 2021. Hello Leo, and welcome to the air group or the aerosol group for the card reading for August 2021. We start here in the corner with the clouds. The clouds means thinking about, things that you reflect about, things that are literally in your mind. Then here we see the bouquet. The bouquet can represent a present, it's renewal, things that are going smoothly. We stick to things, sticky things. We enjoy things. This is this is a positive card. So we will go right off the bat here with the laying. So the first card here, we see the clouds, as we said. So I'm thinking here, there's a lot of things going on your mind. There's a lot of communication for now. The moon is the mind, so there's a lot of going in your mind. But in a way, even though there's a lot of thinking in your mind, there's a lot of going on in your mind, you can handle things because the moon softens up the things a little bit, so there will be a lot of thinking. Also, it's possible there's a lot of communications about feelings, about emotions, because this is the card of communication. So it's possible there's a lot of communication over the fronts. It's also possible after you thought for a long time, you speak about it for a while to certain persons that you trust or that are close to you. This is possible also. It's also here that you have a possibility here that for the moment now you have a lot of intuition. So it's thinking and intuition together. It's like there's a confusion between the two, or you have a lot of both. There's an emotional aspect here to it. It's also possible that because there's so much going on in your head, sometimes you have moments that you wake up or you cannot sleep very well because there's so much in your mind. But I'm thinking here, because the moon is here, you can handle it. It's possible also that dreams are coming to you, that you have dreams and you think about these dreams, and these dreams can you make more creative like that. Also, the moon is rest. Maybe you're thinking about of getting some rest, or you go somewhere for getting some rest. This is possible also. In relationship field, it's possible also that a new relationship is coming to you, because the rider is riding towards the moon. So it's possible that there's a new relation coming up here in the time to come. Maybe by the end of the month, the relationship is coming. There's a new love coming. It's possible also that you get emotional message or love messages here. It's possible also that you get a visit of a potential romancer. This is possible also. There's a romance with a new lover. Maybe this person is curious how you are and how you stay and where you are. So maybe this person is visiting you. I would assume that the visit will be an evening visit, since we have the moon here, or maybe you both go on an evening. It's a long time since you saw each other, and you go on some kind of night trip together. together, like a night cruise for catching up with things that were in the past, if you know each other, if not for getting to know each other. There will be a lot of emotions here, and also a lot of intuition in general in the first line here. Then we go to the second line. We have the garden, the snake, the snake, and the fish. The garden is a part of public life. So it means this involves all things that are playing in public. It's you going in public, it's other going in public, it's going together in public. The snake is a smart card. It's a little bit tricky because the snake turns away from. So you need to be careful with the snake if you go in the public life. Maybe something fishy here, a little the fish are here, maybe something fishy is going on here in public. So you need to be careful what you do in the public life. The snake keeps quiet. So maybe a thing to do here, if you go in public life, you observe, because the snake observes, you observe, keep quiet, and you be smart. So this is a possible advice that gives you. It's possible also, if you are come into a new relationship, that this person, a man or woman, depends on your gender, because we do a general laying here, so it applies on both. It's possible also that one of you both, depends who is who, has some money, because the snake here and the money means that this person has money, but maybe you don't know, and maybe this person don't want to talk about this money. Maybe they don't want to talk about it, or maybe they don't want to share about that. They just keep it secret, or the topic just come up, but the money is here. So I'm supposing, I'm thinking that one of the both here is involved in some money. This literally means the snake in the grass, because it's in the garden, so you need to be careful. It's possible also that some people want to make trouble to you. If they do so, your advice that you get here from the cards is that you are diplomatic. You don't go into provocations and you play smart. You use your head and you use your experience, because the fish is a lot. You use the experience that you have, and you apply that on yourself for keeping calm, because it's possible that there's some manipulations from some groups here in your environment. They try to manipulate you in a certain situation, because the cards are smart, but you are smart too. So you need to see that you are smarter and that you already know here what is happening to you. It also can be that your social contacts are not what they seem to be. So it's possible that you have a group of friends and you think in a certain pattern, you think highly honorable for them, but actually then you notice that they are not what you expected them to be, because the moon is honor also. So maybe there's something going on here and friends are not what they expected to be. Maybe there's something going on. They keep some things hidden. They keep things literally under the water. So that is possible here also. If you have some public arrangements where you go to, like a barbecue, or you are invited somewhere, there will be a lot of food and drinks. There will be a happy time. Just see if you're involved in some activities and there is alcohol involved, that you don't speak if you don't need to speak, that you don't share information that you don't want to share. This is what this laying also says, because the snake tells us it's better to wait our time till it's the right time to speak. But sometimes when substances are involved, it's difficult to control ourselves. This is what this laying also say. It's also possible that we are involved in public activities, because the moon is the public, in creative projects, for instance, and that we need to bring these projects to the public. If you do so, there can come some money out of it. Also, there's a strong focus on this project. Maybe in general, these are public events, so maybe you're in the center of the stage. That is for Leo, this is an ideal situation, being in the center of the stage. And also you don't need to be shy about it because it's your time. No need to hide your abilities, your capacities, because that is what the moon is. No need to hide your abilities. At the right moment, when you're in the right time and you have made your preparation, it's time to come out. You can shine. Leo can shine. It's the sun. So there might be a time that you actually need to come out. And when the time is right, you need to do so. It's possible that you get some offer, and this offer gives you a lot of opportunities. I would not use the word fame, but it's like an opportunity hanging here, and it's possible that it makes you more known. In some cases, for some people, this will be like a very big opportunity that is hanging, and it's really an opportunity for them for getting in the spotlight. Maybe you also, every person here, because this is literally being in the spotlight, you want to be in the spotlight. Also, you will get diplomatic for getting in the spotlight, because the snake is a very diplomatic card. You will talk at the right time. That's what I told you. You need to speak at the right time, when it's the right time to open literally your mouth. And then it will be very much appreciated, because the flowers are here, and the flowers are receiving messages very nicely. So it regarding creativity, it will be very much appreciated and also liked. Snake and the fish. But I'm also thinking here, if you're involved in some kind of financial, in some kind of relationship with a woman, or the person that you are involved in, if you're a man, this person has money, but maybe they don't want to talk about the money. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. It's possible I already mentioned it, but it's possible here that this person has money and they don't want to talk about the money. It's also possible they have business, because the fish is business also, and they have a business. And they prefer not to talk about their business. They prefer to talk about general things. And for now, if this meeting is new, on the long run, they will talk about this when it's the right time. But I think this person want to keep, or you want to keep it now to yourself for your business. Maybe you want also, this also is, there is a strong focus, maybe also your creative project, you want to keep them to yourself if it applies on you. If you do a creative project, it also could bring money, because the money card is here. Maybe also you want to earn money with this project. Of course, this is normal. We all need to earn money. So, but here there's a strong focus also on the project itself and a source of income. So maybe you want to be really in the limelight and you want to make your living with this, because the snake can be very focused on what she wants. She waits in the grass till it's the right time to strike, and then she comes out. Also, this is a very intelligent card, so you need to use your wits if you have them. Of course, you have them, I'm sure, because this represents wits. Then we have the book, the stork, and the bouquet there. The book refers to secrets. So these are both cards that are a little bit mysterious. It's possible here the stork is a migrating bird. So it means he goes to abroad for the season, and this journey takes for a while. So it's possible that you are still in a learning process, and this learning process takes a while for rounding it up. There's some beauty, artisticity here, because this is this card. There's beauty, artisticity with this whole laying involved. So here it's both. We already saw that you are creative there, but here is the actual study, the learning about, maybe that you're in the limelight here. In some cases also, for some people here in who are watching this laying, it can also mean that you do studies involved to the female, meaning gynecology studies. It can also be a study that study is involved to emotions, psychology, for instance, it can also apply to that kind of study. There's an evolution here, in the level of knowledge. So here we learn, we evolve in the knowledge that we have. This could also mean if you're studying, your study will be have a positive ending, because this is a card of this is a very positive card. So it means if you focus on the study, the end result will be positive. And this end result will bring you, because the rider rides, it brings you money, and it will bring you beauty, and in other places. So this is what is going on, because the stork is a migrating bird, so he travels. So it's possible that if you finish this study or the project that you're in, that you have opportunities, and these opportunities literally bring other opportunities in the creative field. That is, for another point of view here, because we work for a broad audience there, in some cases also, this could mean, for a woman at least, this could mean a secret pregnancy, and that you keep your pregnancy secret for some reason. Maybe you don't want to talk about it for now, but this could also mean a secret pregnancy. If you're involved in a project, this means that you keep the project to yourself for now, till it's the right time to come out. So it's a little bit the same as we saw there in the earlier. In some cases also, this can, if you do a biology study, this could literally mean that you study about birds. So this is then also another explanation for it. It will take some time here for going through these changes, but eventually you will end up where you want to be. The snake is smart, and this also points to a form of intellect. With the studies, you get more knowledge with the studies that you're doing. So we're getting here in the same area always. The truth is coming to you. The truth is slowly sinking in. The truth that you want to see, or the truths that we want to see. The stork and the bouquet then. Also, this will bring some situations in your life that you're gonna go and encounter. They will broaden your social circle. We already saw here the public life, but if you go in another stage in the future, it will broaden your social life. So maybe you come in contact with people that, if you're not yet popular or famous, in the future you will meet a lot of people that already are, and that probably already have money. So you will meet a lot of people that are already in a certain level, and you can yourself upgrade also, and maybe these people can help you, but if you're smart, they can help you for getting into the next level. That is what it says here also. This is the stork returns. It's possible here also, if we had a relationship before, that if you were involved with a certain woman before, or with a certain partner, that this partner is suddenly returning. Maybe he comes from another place, and this partner that you had before, or this friend that you had before, is coming back into your life, because this is returning. And the stork is returning also. So it's possible that a friend is returning to you. Maybe it's a friend where you had some love affair with before. It's possible, or maybe it's just a friend, but I think it's more here than friendship. There's a friend that is coming back to you here. Here also, these two cards here represent that you make yourself very presentable. You make yourself pretty. If you're a man, you dress up yourself for meeting the woman. If you're a woman, you make yourself pretty for meeting certain people that you have good looks, because this is the card of good looks also. Maybe there's a certain longing also for becoming popular, becoming famous. Also, if you do a certain project, you will get a lot of compliments. If you're ready for your project, you come out with it, you will receive a lot of compliments. People will compliment you, they liked it, it's nice, it's pretty, and I already told you the money card is here. Some money will be involved on the long run also, because this is the future, so you can get some money out of it also. People will also be attracted to it. They will be attracted because the snake has a way for attracting things. It has a mystery about it, and also the book has a mystery. So the people, these are the people, they will be in a way attracted to your product or project, because it's nicely presented. Then we have the vertical lines here. Later I will go into the snake more. We have the clouds here, the garden, and the book. The clouds and the garden sometimes, in some cases, mean if you have something to do in public, that the weather is not at your side. Maybe there's some unexpected things there regarding the weather. This is possible also, but not necessarily so. You're thinking about going there, that this is a barbecue, something in public. Maybe you meet some people there in that barbecue, and these people are important for the things we saw earlier in the laying. This is also possible here. As I told earlier, you need to see what you're saying, because sometimes the clouds can give misunderstandings. So don't, I told you this earlier, it's important that you don't speak at the wrong moment. So this is coming back here. This tells you can socialize pretty, but you need to keep a poker face. So this is what it tells you. It doesn't mean you cannot be diplomatic, you cannot be pretty, you cannot be presentable, but it tells you to keep the poker face. If people try to provoke you in some way or try to test you, just keep the poker face. Maybe if people of another culture are involved, they cannot follow certain things. This is possible also with this combination. Here also it means that we come in contact with people we didn't know before. There's certain class difference here. So it's possible if you go in public gatherings, in public meetings, that you have people here from another class, from another standard. This could literally mean, if you are in a study, that these people are in the higher social class. Maybe you need some help for some project, and it can literally mean that these are people from certain groups, select groups even, maybe some cultural environment, higher cultural environment, people who belong to certain groups, public groups that are higher placed. Maybe you will not immediately notice them, or maybe you don't notice that they are involved in that kind of situation. But this points also to hidden networks, because the clouds cover, so there will be some hidden networks there. This could literally mean like selective clubs. Maybe you get an invite for going into selective clubs where only like you need a certain level of education for getting invited. That is possible here also, because the moon is the invitation. So it's possible also, it is here, that's like you need to have a certain amount of level of education, or a certain level that you reached financially for getting into these groups. This is what we see here. Maybe also you are tested how diplomatic you can be. This is possible here also. I mentioned this before. Maybe they test you how diplomatic you can be. This is possible also because this sometimes also point to elite group, literally elite groups here. well, good education, high education. We already said that. So then we go to the second line here. This gives a strong desire. I mentioned it earlier, but I need to touch it again. This is a strong desire, actually, almost a craving for being in the public light. The stork wants change on that. So you're involved in that. You want some changes and you want to be in the public. If you have like wishes to be in the public life, like an actor or something, those people, yeah, they are confronted with things like that. Also, if you're an artist, sometimes you're confronted with that, except if you have a manager who does the things for you. But I think you're not. I think you will do it yourself. If you let another person do it for you, this will probably then be the representative for you. But I'm thinking here you will do it yourself. If not, so this is your representative. With this card, I want to come to it now. You need to be careful. Because this is the card of suspicion also, and this is meanings that there is something going on, sometimes behind your back. You need to be careful, you need to make your bet, because this literally can mean triangle relationship. If you're involved in a relationship with some kind of woman, because this can mean a female, both can meet female. This is like a woman who don't want to commit herself. She don't want to commit herself. She will be a public figure, but she's not ready to commit. Maybe she's involved in another relationship. She's also like in a transforming stage. So this is what it means also. This is public life. There can be a romance, but there is like, this could be like a temporary romance. Maybe it's not possible for now. There's some also here, if you're yourself in a relationship, this points to infidelity. This is infidelity. This partner is not loyal. If you're not yet in a relationship and you just met, it means that this person is involved with more than one, because we see the garden here also. So this person is involved with somebody else. But it doesn't mean that some things cannot happen. That's my point here. Just see that for you yourself, that it don't lead to some kind of disappointment, or that you are not, that there's no deception here. That is possible here also. This is also motivation, a strong motivation. We already saw that there. You need to be careful also here that if you get involved with certain people, with a certain woman or a certain man, that that you don't involve your emotions. Maybe these people are sophisticated, and you need to see that it would not have a negative effect on you. So just be aware that, because the snake is here, you need to be aware of that. It's best to keep reserved like that. But it doesn't mean you cannot go in interaction. If you want interactions with this person, and you have the reason to do so, or you want to do so, and you can do so, you can. But you need to go exactly where you are with these people, or with this person. That is what I want to say here. It's also possible, if you're in a relationship already, that that you're tired of being lied to. So because the book is here, it's possible that some people lie to you for a long time, maybe in a relationship, and you get tired of the lies, and the lies come out, because sometimes the book can let us see the lies. Maybe we are tired of the lies. It has an effect on our body. This is possible also. What I also want to mention is, even if this person pretends that she wants to be in a relationship with you, and you are in another relationship, and you're thinking about taking steps further, once you want to commit to a person like this, that once you take the step for getting in her way, she's turning away from you. Because here, with some people, This is on the relationship front. It's possible that this person has as goal control. The snake wants to control her environment. She's smart, she's witty. So if you involve your emotions, and maybe there are emotions involved, I'm thinking so, but just be careful if you actually connect with this person that she's not turning away from you, because that's what I'm thinking here is gonna happen. This is about control, and here we see the stork, and this person could literally fly away. So you need to be aware of this, that this could be involved here. It's possible also that there are enjoyable nights here with this person, because the moon is the night, and there's a lot of interaction during the night with this person, and this interaction has a severe impact on you as a person. I would almost say, if you're an artist, it's like a muse effect that we have here. So you need to be careful with that. Muses are nice, but a lot of artists, their muses had a dark side also. So because sometimes the moon has a dark side. We know the dark side of the moon. We are aware of that. So could be also the case here, because this woman here, or this person, is very sophisticated. This is a very sophisticated, if this is a lover, this represents a very sophisticated lover, a sophisticated person. There's some kind of, from one of the two persons, that there's almost, it's like a divination here that is possible here. If you are involved in a contract with your work, be careful and read the small print, because the snake is reading the small print. So if you're involved in a public contract, read the small print, because the snake is careful. So do so. If you cannot, ask somebody to help you to read the contract. Even if it costs you some money for reading the contract, it's better to act and to prevent than to pay a price after that you don't want to pay. This is what we need to foresee here also. There's a desire here. There's a desire. We already mentioned that. So then we come in the snake and the stork here. You desire the transformation. I think I already mentioned the conception before here. There's a possibility for conception. So be careful here is also if you don't want, because this can be a birth of a project, but it can also represent it can represent a pregnancy also. So this can be a birth of literally because the stork brings the child, but the stork brings also a project. So it's double. So you need to be careful here that you are not confronted with that kind of situation if you don't want to be there. Just be preventive if that is not your goal. It's possible for coming back on the persons, that these persons are not really what they show that they are, because sometimes the snake it loses its skin. So it's possible that underneath the skin there's something else that you encounter there with these people. This person is so, because the snake is flexible, and this is also flexibility. We already mentioned that here, I think. There's a very strong focus on the work. There's a very strong longing, and then we go to the third vertical line here. We see the a rider, the fish, and the bouquet here. As I said, this is very good for money. This is literally money is coming to you. You put energy in a project, the money is coming to you, and this is a project of beauty, and the money is solid. The money literally sticks to it. So this is good. The money starts flowing because the fish make things flow. So things are really starting to roll out here because the rider is riding. So there comes financial news to you. Somebody can help you for guarding your money. I already told you here, it's here again. I didn't see it before, but somebody can protect your money. Just inform that you're safe with the contract. And if you're safe with the contract, your money is protected also. So you need to use your wits here so that you are safe. It's possible sometimes because the rider is pushy that you push for the money. That is possible here also. You push for going ahead. So that is possible here also, but it's not a bad thing because with some companies, we need to be a little bit pushy and we need to know where we are, because if we don't, if we are not pushy, sometimes we are the one that that comes in the negative side. So you need to see that you earn for your abilities what is really your value. So maybe it's not a bad thing to do. If you don't know how to negotiate for that, you can always ask somebody to help you, but this is a very profitable laying here that we have here. People are attracted to your project also. Again here, this points to multiplying. This is a woman, you already understand me. There's a lot of beauty involved. There's a lot of attraction here involved towards a beautiful figure, man or woman here. Also, there's a lot of flattery. You are flattered, or you flatter them, or you flatter each other. This is possible here. It's possible also that somebody in your environment is making a calculated move, because the fish is money. So it's possible that you are involved in a calculated move, or maybe you yourself, you use your wits for making a calculated move. That is possible also. That is what I'm seeing here also. And then we have the clouds and the snake here. We go on the cross, clouds, snake, and the flowers. Here again, I already mentioned the second opinion. It's again here. This is asking for a second opinion. It comes here again that you are not cheated out of something. I told you to read the fine print. This is asking for second opinion. Sometimes this is distrust. This can mean like shady people. So be careful with that if you are going in the limelight, that people don't abuse you. In another way, if you are involved in taxes and you yourself are the party that want to outsmart somebody, this could work out well for you. Because if you are involved in, like, you want to hide your money, this could be positive because you will be able to hide it. That is possible here also. Yeah, this is what we had here. And then we have the snake and the bouquet. We have the flattery again, as I said earlier. A woman who plays her part. Good looks. Very attractive. We had that earlier. Sometimes also it could mean here that if you are the one who organizing something, that a woman or a person, good-looking person, is using her appearance for getting somewhere. This could mean this also. The values are a little bit under it's like double value, twisted values here sometimes. Maybe this is possible also. So see that you are not used here for a certain situation, if you yourself are in that situation. But here also this point to a very social life here, very social life here, a lot of social things that going around here, a lot of beauty in the social life. Maybe you go out a lot, you meet a lot of people, there's nightlife, there is fun also. That is also possible here. Then we have the rider, the snake, and the book. If you receive messages, these are actually messages. This is not a contract, but I mentioned the contract earlier. But if you receive messages, double check your messages, because maybe these messages that you receive are lies. Or the news is deceptive for getting you in some kind of position. So double check the news and make sure that this news is really what it seems to be, because sometimes the news may not be what it likes. So be cautious here with the news that you receive. Also here, you are urged, if you receive news, I told this earlier, but comes back here, if you actually receive the news, don't share what you get. Keep it hidden in the book. Don't share the news that you get. If some information comes to you that is not public knowledge yet, keep it for you. This is what it says here also. Keep this news for you, don't share. Maybe because the snake can mean rivals. If you share the news, maybe your rivals take something that was actually meant for you. So one needs to be careful here with this combination. Here, this combination also means that somebody comes unexpectedly in your life. They literally sneak or snake into your life. This is this combination also. Sometimes it's almost literally. So we can have this also with this combination. People will try to make up stories that are not truth, probably in your presence. So be aware of that, that not all the news or all the information that you will be receiving is truthful. So you are warned for that. So you can see that here. This also point that there's a strong focus if you're learning something. If you're involved in the relationship, I told you before, you need to be careful of betrayal. We already mentioned that. Because maybe the secrets are literally everywhere. It's possible here also, if you get involved with certain persons, they have a knowledge about substances. They are involved with substances, and they have knowledge about these substances in a positive way. This means a herbalist, a person who knows about herbs, how to heal. He has a lot of information about it. So it goes both ways. It can represent a healer with herbs. Literally a teacher with herbs. This is what it means also. And again here, watch out for fake facts. So Leo, for your reading for the air group, I think this is all. There was a lot of information in this reading. I hope you enjoyed this card reading. I hope it helps you in some way. If it did, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and we see each other maybe next time. Thank you now. Bye-bye.